I keep saying that some of these people, they say these things because they know that a lot of you people are ignorant. You don't know. Maybe it's not a PhD that I did some. Whoever is saying that he got what? Masters,
a degree,
masters and PhD in 4 months. Tell him that me runs for Gyampo. I'm saying he's spewing an absurdity. That is not possible.
Even with the grace of God.
No, you see, the grace of God does not fund illogicality. When I was in level 200, my professor, when I was studying Introduction to Religious Studies, my professor, the late Reverend Professor J.N. Kudaji, he told us that God cannot, and he put cannot in inverted commas, God cannot do things that are logically impossible unless he wants to do a miracle. The PhD business, the Doctor of Philosophy enterprise, it has no room for miraculous features or miraculous feats. It is you struggling and going through the canons of empirical research methodologies and learning and reading and researching and doing all manner of things, before you get there. So it is not a child's play. That is not, everybody is holding every pastor who cannot even speak English has a PhD, is Reverend Dr. So and so. Pastors who cannot even string one sentence. I don't know whether you have PhDs in trees or you use vernacular to conduct, research and write, PhD outcomes or whatever, PhD research outcome. But the point is, people who cannot even string simple sentences together. You say we are Reverend Dr. So and so, and you don't know. And some people are also some people are also recipients of honorary degree, and those honorary awards are, strictly speaking, not supposed to be used.
Absolutely.
Okay, but people pride themselves and say, I'm Dr. So and so, I'm Dr. So and so. You see, we cannot. You don't cheapen things like that. Okay, when people are struggling, and you see the PhD journey, especially if you do it in Africa, it's a journey that you go through. You cannot even see the end of the tunnel until you are done. Okay, it's a serious business. And so when I see people telling us that you use 4 months and then you are mentioning God here, okay, the PhD enterprise has no room for miracles. It is practical. It is practical work, hard work, research, empirical research work, grounded. You're talking about the Doctor of Philosophy of a discipline. It's no child's play. If anybody wants to take on the title, you can as well just take, because like I said, everybody who has, people who have churches in 3-member churches. Your flock, your congregation, just 3 people, 5 people, they call themselves Reverend Doctor. You can go on to take it, but don't tell me that you went through the processes, got a first degree, second degree, and third degree in 4 months, and you say it's God. God does miracle, but not a PhD miracle.
Well, but he is God.
Well, I'm saying that God, you see, God cannot, in inverted commas, God cannot do things that are logically impossible. You haven't worked and you are sitting down that you are praying that all of a sudden some monies would get into your bank account because God is a God of miracles.
Maybe a transfer gone wrong.
No, please. Let's not fund some of these things. They are things that can be perpetuated only among an ignorant population. Okay, but gradually Ghanaians are being are getting some enlightenment and all that, and so let us not spew that much of ignorance.
This issue that we are talking about, and the title was Dean, Professor, Doctor. You are an academia. Is it possible?
Dean, Professor, Doctor.
Dean, Professor, Doctor runs for Gyampo.
Is a dean to a title?
And let me be with you.
No, you see, whoever did that was just spewing ignorance. Okay, it's not a title, right. That one. And so for somebody to say I am the dean, professor, doctor, so the person is spewing complete ignorance, and the person knows that you don't know. They tell these things who quickly use religion as the opium of the masses. They themselves are not willing to study for themselves. So you tell them, and people are so gullible, they swallow them hook, line, and sinker. But tell those people that Ghana is not inhabited by only ignorant people.